Magnificent, corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Hello, everybody. Paul Stern and Michael Horn here to tell you a bit about what's coming up on the next What's Cooking show.
Honor Comfort will be here, the executive director of the Sonoma County Vintners Association, talking about harvest and next weekend's big Sonoma Wine Country Weekend. She'll give you all the details, and you can attend. Then, Shelly Kakuna, the executive director of the Ka'anapali Beach Resort Association on Maui in Hawaii, will talk about Ka'anapali Fresh, also happening next weekend, and you can attend that event as well. Listen to the show, get all the details, and coming up Monday, we're live from Ka'anapali Beach, all on What's Cooking from CRN.
And now, live from New York City via Los Angeles, California, it's time for The View from Over Here with the man who has a view for all seasons, your host, Stan Weisleder.
Okay, Stan, time to wake up.
I'm up.
Ah, there, yeah.
Hey, this is Stan Weisleder on The View from Over Here, broadcast on CRNTalk.com over the entire planet and beyond. I'm here in the studio with Malcolm Burman, and today we're going to knock your socks and your shorts off. Okay, we have a very incredible guest later on today. We have a great movie review, and we have our particular take on the news items of the week, whether you agree or not.
Don't leave me guessing. Who is our guest?
Our guest today is Tony Lo Bianco. Well, we'll talk about him before he goes on, but he is well known. Well, let's save it for later, okay? We'll surprise our guest right before he comes on.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
What are we talking about today? Well, there's so much happening in the world. It's unbelievable. Sometimes it's difficult to know where to start, so we'll just start where we start. So let me say this. When we first started The View from Over Here, and I know you remembered I said, Malcolm, I said no politics, period. But when it's staring you right in the face, what are you to do? While watching CNN...
You close your eyes.
Close your eyes, yeah. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Okay, while watching CNN, I see that our government is condemning the actions of ISIS or ISIL, which is commendable. But what are they going to do about it? Other than divulging what they tried to do, which is nothing more than an attempt to bolster their public relations image, like when they came out with their preposterous version of the killing of Osama bin Laden. So, is it ISIS or ISIL? Now, I have changed their name to Mises or Misil. And remember, you heard it here first. So what does the M stand for? It stands for two words, the first of which is mother. Take it.
I got there. I
got it, Malcolm.
I thought it stood for Michigas.
No. The TSA. Everybody is going to come across the TSA. Those are the people that are in charge of our welfare when we fly. Okay, and I don't mean flying from drugs. I mean flying from on an airplane. I think that they represent just about the ultimate in BS. In view of the threats that presently exist and those that are certainly down the road, it's time that the TSA act instead of react and implement the procedures, or at least some of the procedures, of Israel and El Al when it comes to air travel in our country. And if that means profiling, so be it.
Well, from what I understand, in Israel, you can when you buy a ticket, they do a background check on you.
I've never gone to Israel, but I hear from everyone who has gone that there ain't no way that a terrorist is going to get on El Al.
Well, I figure if the terrorists are after us, they must be after Israel. And as I say, I think before you even get into the airport, they have to do a background check on you.
It's very possible. I've also heard that somebody will interview you. They'll stare you right in the eye, and then they'll ask you, why do you want to go to Israel? Who, what, how, why?
Do you have relatives from Mishpucha there?
What does Mishpucha mean?
In-laws.
Oh, okay. All right, let's get back to BS. With all of the BS that's taking place in the world today, which does affect us, and which is at its highest level since World War II, why have we not heard from the supposed applicants or front-runners for the presidential election, which is just a little over 2 years away? I know, the Republicans don't do squat until after their convention, which is at the most 5 months before Election Day. So don't they realize that a presidential election is in some regards nothing more than a gigantic popularity contest?
I think they're doing something now, but basically they're waiting till after the midterm elections.
Well,
I think that if they
continue to wait as long as they usually do, it will be the kiss of death for them. And what about Hillary? Is she waiting for Obama to run out of mistakes before she says anything constructive?
Well, I think the big move will happen after the midterm elections to see what happens with.
Right. Everybody wants to see which way the wind is blowing.
Right. Most likely they'll the Dems will still lose a House, but the question is whether they lose a Senate or not. That's the thing that's up in the air.
How about something lighthearted to counteract all of those dire things that are happening?
Now let's talk about Ferguson.
Pet owners. Pet owners can rejoice when Tabby or Spot go on to the next world, wherever it may be. They now have a choice. For prices ranging from $995 to $12,500, they can hire Celestis Pets. That is a space-age company that will send the remains of their loved one to deep space, to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere, in orbit around the Earth, or if they like, all the way to the moon.
That sounds like we are littering space now. I mean, nothing against pets. But who wants a dead dog orbiting?
If it doesn't, the orbits eventually degenerate, in time, and it will come back into Earth's atmosphere and burn up, just whoosh, like a comet or a little bit of space dust that burns when it hits the atmosphere.
I don't know. From what I hear, there's a lot of space junk out there right now.
Well, we need a garbage man to go up there and clean up.
Yeah, well, first we need a garbage man down here to clean up.
Oh,
then we worry about space.
We don't have a garbage man strong enough to haul away all the garbage on the planet Earth.
But soon we're going to get these aliens coming down and saying, hey, if you guys don't straighten up right now, we're going to destroy you. Did you see the picture?
One of these days. Who knows? Okay, we have somebody on now. Do we have him on board?
Yeah.
Okay, we have Frank. We have a gentleman by the name of Frank Cousineau on, and he is with the annual Cancer Convention. And he's going to condense what he has to say within 3 minutes, starting now. Frank, are you ready?
I'm ready. Good morning to both of you. Thank you very much for having me on. And, of course, what we're talking about is the 42nd Annual Cancer Control Society Convention coming up this Labor Day weekend at the Sheraton Universal Hotel in Universal City. And when I say 42nd annual, this will be the 42nd year that we've had this 3-day convention in the Los Angeles area. We have 3 days of live speakers. We have a number of very important health-related videos, some dealing with health and diet and nutrition, some dealing with that horrible subject, politics, which enters itself, it gets in there, it worms its way into everything. we have a doctor symposium, and then we have two tours of the Tijuana Cancer Clinics for people that want to see what the options are outside the United States. Again, among the live speakers we have, a number of them come from the greater Los Angeles area. We've got, of course, the ever-popular Earl Mindell, the author of the Vitamin Bible, very, very knowledgeable. Dr. Murray Susser. We have Dr. Bill Eidelman, Dr. Cyrus Raffi. We have experts on cancer, experts on diet, nutrition, detoxification, thermography as a diagnostic tool that's non-invasive, doesn't cause the disease it purports to diagnose. We have approximately 80 exhibits dealing with clinics, dealing with nutritional supplements, even one that's going to talk about people that want alternative or integrative cancer therapy, how to get insurance to cover.
Frank, do you have a website stating all this, or?
Yes, we do.
And what is it?
CancerControlSociety.com. Again, CancerControlSociety.com. And then the telephone number, area code 323-663-7801. But anyone who goes to CancerControlSociety.com can click on the links with information about the convention and the program.
And do you have a deal where they could stay at the hotel overnight, or?
Yes, we do. There is and that's all explained at the website, CancerControlSociety.com. There is a special convention rate at the Sheraton Universal, and I can't say enough nice things about the people there that have taken very good care of us. The setting is wonderful. It's comfortable.
Can you mention the date again?
The CancerControlSociety.com, 42nd Annual Cancer Convention, this coming weekend at the Sheraton Universal Hotel in Universal City.
And do you go through the whole day with different seminars?
Yes, we do. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning. We have live speakers until the dinner hour, 6:30 to 7. And then after dinner on Saturday and Sunday, we show videos that are related to the topics that we've been discussing during the day. But again, we have 3 days from 9 in the morning till dinner time where we actually have live speakers talking on different aspects of cancer, prevention, treatment, and also other diseases. We talk about the electromagnetic pollution. We talk about environmental pollution. And the one thing that we do that many other shows may not do is we provide solutions to the problems that we discuss. So all of our, whenever we raise a problem, we provide a solution.
That sounds great.
And we'd love to see you guys. If you're available, you let us know, and we'll certainly be happy to welcome you, and then, of course, the listeners. And we do have speakers that come from different countries. We have a branch in Japan that is coming over with some people, and then we have people coming from Europe. We actually have a doctor that comes every year from Finland, and virtually every state in the United States. So our reach is actually worldwide, and again, we do have people Mexico, U.S., Europe, Asia, Japan, China. So we do have a very wide, broad-based collection of experts.
Well, I assume that the basic seminar is English. Do you have translations for other languages if someone is Spanish?
Everything will be in English. So what I would like to be able to do in the future is provide a translation from English into some of the foreign languages, but our speakers from outside the U.S. all speak English.
Well, that seems to be the international language at this point.
It really is. In my travels, particularly throughout Asia, I always run into people that speak English, and certainly their English is much better than my Japanese or Chinese. So
okay, Frank, we're running into our break. Thank you very much for coming. Repeat that website again.
CancerControlSociety.com.
And the telephone number?
Area code 663-7801. And gentlemen, appreciate it and enjoyed the show this morning.
Thank you much, and I wish you successful seminars.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Okay,
you're
Frank,
listening.
You take care now.
You're listening to The View from Over Here on crntalk.com. You can get our back shows at www.viewfromoverhere.com. Know the. And we'll be back in a few minutes.
Geico presents Strange Savings Stories. Sam Tucker woke to find crop circles in his cornfield that spelled out the word Geico. Was this a message sent by aliens? Sam went to Geico.com and saved hundreds of dollars with great discounts. He woke the next day to find new crop patterns had formed. They spelled out, "You the man." It seems the aliens were pleased indeed.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Every day is Save the Earth Day, and each of us has a part to play. For more information and how you can do your part to save the Earth, contact us at SaveTheWorld.net. That's SaveTheWorld.net.
Are you married? Do you and your husband both have term life insurance? If you both don't, you should. You have a lot to protect. Call now, get a free quote for your husband, and while you're at it, get a quote for yourself too, because you both need term life insurance. Call now. 800-915-9542, 800-915-9542, 800-915-9542. Rates are at all-time lows. We'll shop over 30 top-rated companies to get you the best possible rates. Term life insurance. It's the perfect way to protect the quality of your family's lifestyle. You and your husband both need term life insurance, so call now for a free quote for the both of you. 800-915-9542, 800-915-9542, 800-915-9542.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, we're back. This is Stan Weisleder and Malcolm Burman here in the studio, and you're listening to The View from Over Here, and now we're going to have The View from the Pew.
With Rabbi Jerry Cutler.
Jerry?
Yes, I'm here, my darling.
All right.
Talk to me. What are you reviewing?
I'm reviewing whatever you want me to review. First of all, last night's Emmy Awards and also Life of Crime. You want to start on last night? Did you guys see it?
I saw it. I don't know if Stan did.
No, I went to sleep early.
Stan went to sleep early.
Well, what did you think?
Get a life, Stan.
That's his life. He has a fantastic dream world. If I dreamt what Stan told me what he dreams, I would be asleep more often and for longer. Anyway, how did you like it?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I thought it was boring. I don't think much of Seth Meyer. He's a very. I think if it was just a voiceover and not him, it would have been the same effect. He doesn't have any charisma on stage.
Well, he's deadpan.
Well, you see, I knew all that beforehand. That's why I didn't bother to watch it.
Yeah, well, so did I, but I have to watch it because that's my business.
But how about the awards? Do you think they were justified, or have you seen any of the shows?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't. Sarah Silverman, I'm not a fan of hers.
But she does have marvelous
wore.
breasts, I have to say.
Yeah, why all of a sudden she's become a sex pot?
Yeah, have you seen Masters of Sex?
Masters of Sex.
The TV series,
Oh, you know what? The only one I did see happened to have my granddaughter on.
Ah, okay.
But she wasn't one of the ladies there or doing anything that I would totally object to, or her parents would. She played the granddaughter of Bridges, who's his partner.
Bo Bridges.
Bo Bridges, yeah.
Oh, by the way, Lizzie Kaplan, they did a great question and answer interview with her. She came off great. It was in the paper this weekend. And you know what? She's Jewish.
Lizzie Kaplan, yeah.
Yeah, what, a name like Lizzie Kaplan, yeah.
And she has marvelous breasts.
Well,
I don't think you look in when that part comes on.
I know I don't watch the show.
Wait, I thought we're doing a movie review, not talking.
Okay, let's go back to the movies.
Well, it could be TV. Anyway, I'll tell you what I was disappointed. Well, John Voight, because I think I still, aside from the fact that he's a dear friend, he should have won, but I think they gave it to Breaking Bad because it was a farewell gesture, and they're leaving. They said, "Well, let's give them a few awards."
That was Aaron Paul, right?
Aaron Paul, who's good,
very good,
but he's no John Voight. But Aaron Paul, God bless him, does a very nice job. Although I must say, I didn't see Breaking Bad either. But I'm just judging him from other stuff that he's done, Aaron Paul.
Yeah, it's an excellent series. It kept you on the edge of your seat.
Well, not me. Okay.
But if you want to see something...
What about Jennifer Aniston? I
Jennifer
think you're going to
Aniston.
talk about her.
I must tell you at the outset, I love her. I think from Friends, I absolutely adore her. I think she was beautiful, talented. Her comedic timing was brilliant.
Okay, let's get on to the movie. Well, how was the movie?
Well, that's what I'm coming to.
Oh, okay.
And in this movie, it's gone. She's maturing. I think whoever is picking out her film should do it with a bit more ingenuity and creativity and pick out a part for her that she can really sink her teeth into.
More appropriate for her age?
This one is an adaptation of an Elmore Leonard book called The Switch. It is impossible to adapt Elmore Leonard to film. You can't. One guy did it, Scott Frank, with Get Shorty, which I thought was brilliant. He was the only one who captured Leonard. And this one is far removed from Get Shorty, and the writer-director, Daniel Schechter, who I'm sure is a very nice guy, I think he just took on a bit much. It's an interesting tale, but of course that's Leonard's tale, about Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins is wonderful. He plays a crooked real estate guy who has money offshore, in an offshore account, and millions stashed away. And he always goes to the Bahamas, presumably on business, but he goes down there to see his paramour, Isla Fisher.
Excuse me, Jerry, hate to rush you, but we're coming up to the break, if you could.
Already?
Already.
You guys have to give me at least 40 minutes.
We'll give you 40 minutes on the next show. How many bagels?
2.
2 bagels?
Yeah.
Okay, I promise. Next show
it's a cute movie that doesn't...
It doesn't make it.
With a nice ending, but in between
it doesn't happen. Okay, we'll give you more minutes on the next week.
Yeah,
promise.
If I'm here, forget it. I just might accept someone else. They're calling me from NBC TV to go on and do
Speak to you next week. We're being cut off. You're listening to The View from over here on CRNTalk.com. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in a minute with Tony Lo Bianco.
A Killer of Lions by Stan Weisleder. There were 4 squadrons of black fighter pilots during World War II that had to fight 2 air forces in order to gain recognition, the Luftwaffe and the U.S. Army Air Corps. The HBO special and the recent attempt at a full-length feature film do not come close to the full and true story of these brave men. They were not ball players, they were not rap singers, they were fighter pilots and American heroes in the truest sense. A Killer of Lions by Stan Weisleder.
Attention, if you've had hip replacement surgery and suffered any complications, you need to listen to this important legal alert. Major manufacturers have made billions of dollars available to award legal claims for defective hip implants. Thousands of these defective hip implants have been recalled by various manufacturers. If you've had hip surgery and suffered complications, you may be entitled to receive significant compensation to help you deal with your complications. You may be eligible to receive money to help with medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering. Protect yourself by hiring an experienced trial attorney. Our partner law firms are experts in hip replacement surgery lawsuits. Find out now if you're eligible to receive any of the $2.5 billion HIP settlement fund. Call now for free information.
855-586-1561. 855-586-1561. 855-586-1561. That's 855-586-1561.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names.
Really?
They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you, than with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code DAISY. That's proflowers.com/radio, code DAISY. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from proflowers.com/radio, code DAISY.
Lumber Liquidators just acquired truckloads of top-quality flooring from brands like Armstrong at unbelievably low prices. And now you get the deals at the incredible flooring buyout sale on now through July 29th. Get clearance flooring for just 29 cents a square foot. Solid 3/4 pre-finished gunstock oak is $189 with quick click for $159. So go to lumberliquidators.com today to find the store nearest you. Special 18-month financing is available, but hurry, this sale ends Tuesday.
Hi there, this is Stan Weisleder here in the studio with Malcolm Burman on CRNTalk.com, broadcast over the entire planet and beyond.
And who do we have on?
We have on today, on The View from Over Here, an actor who, in my opinion, doesn't need an introduction, but I will introduce him anyway. His name is Tony Lo Bianco, somebody who I've been a fan of for many years, since the French Connection.
To Tony, this is Malcolm Burman. I understand you celebrate. Are you still there? Uh-oh, I think Tony just... got dialed out.
Oh, who do we have to fire?
Anyway, we actually have his picture up there. If you look on the, not my picture, not Stan's picture, but on the lower right-hand side is Tony. And we're trying to reconnect with him. Of course, we might get... Let's see, we're looking at the engineer, and... Tony, are you there?
Tony, what happened?
What's going on?
Tony?
Yes.
Yeah, you're speaking to Malcolm Burman and Stan Weisleder.
Yeah, and we're going to fire our engineer for screwing that up.
or maybe we, knowing your background, maybe we can get a hit on him. Your movie background.
None of that. No.
Hey, I haven't decided. Are you a good guy or a bad guy?
Personally?
No. Professionally.
Professionally?
You played both so well.
He's one of the best bad guys you've ever seen.
Thank you.
I'll never forget that movie, The French Connection. Never. Unbelievable. And when I looked you up, I saw that was not your first gig. You had about a dozen credits before that.
Well, the important one was The Honeymoon Killers.
Okay.
That was a true good movie. That was a movie that was black and white, and it's become a cult classic, and it's Truffaut's favorite film.
Wow.
So it was really something. We made it for $125,000.
Ha!
And my second film was The French Connection.
Your second film, well.
Yeah, and, of importance. I mean, the other ones were probably in the beginning I did a part here with Julie Andrews and a part here with somebody else, Rock Hudson, and so on and so forth. But they were nothing in terms of my movies.
Tony, tell us and our listeners where you are from. Where did you grow up?
Brooklyn, New York.
What part?
Bay Ridge, Borough Park, Bensonhurst. I moved all around.
Okay.
Yeah, because both of us are from Brooklyn.
Yeah, we're familiar with those neighborhoods.
I'm Coney Island and Lincoln High School.
Wonderful. Yeah, I went to Grady High School, so Lincoln was in our, when we played ball, that was our teams that we played against.
Right, yeah, the PSAL.
That's right.
Now, you've been in showbiz like 60 years or thereabouts.
Exactly, 60 years this coming October.
Wow.
And when are you bringing your one-man show to L.A.? Oh, first, I have to tell our listeners about your one-man show.
Well, it's about Fiorello LaGuardia, who was the mayor of New York City from 1934 to 1945. He was a 7-term senator. He was a man who was a politician but hated politicians. He was a man of and for the people. And he was a fusion candidate. A fusion candidate seems to be the word and the party that has got to correct what's going on in our political system these days.
I thought he was a Republican back then.
He was a Republican because Tammany Hall Democrats were in charge and in the crooks and controlled the area of which he ran for 136 years.
Wow.
There were only Democrats, so you could imagine the corruption that was going on in Tammany Hall during that time.
Well, you know what I remember most about him? I was a little kid then, but he was very popular with everybody, and I do remember him reading the funnies on the weekend.
Yeah, well, there was a newspaper strike, and he was very pro-children, and he read the comics to the kids, Dick Tracy, when there was this newspaper strike. But he always made a point of it, because at the end of the story, he would say, "And children, what does it all mean? It means that dirty money never brings any luck. No, dirty money, it only brings sadness and sorrow and misery and disgrace." Because he was a man of principle. He was the kind of person that we need desperately in our political system. He was a fellow that hated gangsters, threw them out of the city, cleaned up the city in his 12 years as mayor. And he was listen, I did this show in Russia in 1989, and the American ambassador said to me, "You have done more for our country in these 2 hours than I have done in 2 years," because the people related to a man of and for the people. And their appreciation and applause was tremendous. It was like at a grand opera that they reacted to it. And
so your show has been
stage.
around that long?
Oh yeah. I've been doing this show off and on. You see, I keep updating it because everything that was going on back in his time is going on now.
Yes.
You see, so the parallels are there, and I try to do this show, as you can see, before elections, because hopefully common sense will prevail, and people
that'll
will
be
listen,
the day.
Yeah, that'll be the day, and people will listen to the truth and listen to the facts and vote that way. We hope, and maybe we get to change some minds, and maybe we make some kind of progress, because I'm truthfully, as an actor, I'm really not. I mean, as far as entertainment is a way of getting people's attention.
But Tony, most people say, my mind is already made up. Don't bother me with the facts.
Well, unfortunately, that's really unfortunate. It sounds like St. Louis, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean, people have their mind made up and don't want to hear what's going on. They're going to, it has to be this way without any of the facts, without any of the history. And unfortunately, we're living under that time where people are so, within their own self and their own sphere.
Excuse me, Tony, could you hold that thought?
Sure.
We're up against a break.
Yeah, we have people that pay for commercials.
We have to pay the bills.
God bless them.
Okay, we'll be right back. You're listening to The View from Over Here on crntalk.com. And we'll be right back.
Don't go away,
Tony Lo
Tony.
Bianco.
We'll be right back.
The next time you're in Southern California, visit the Riviera Restaurant in Calabasas. Riviera, as the name implies, is the ultimate in Calabasas restaurants. There's not even a close second. And what's better suited for the Beverly Hills of the Valley than a Beverly Hills type of restaurant and watering hole without those ridiculous Beverly Hills prices? They're so good. With impeccable service, they probably don't even need this commercial. Even now, it's hard to get a good table except for off hours. But if you really want to treat yourself or your date, call 818-224-2163. That's 818-224-2163. That's the Riviera Restaurant in Calabasas, California. Someday there'll be a cure. Someday we won't lose the people we love. But when is someday? Someday is today. Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, hundreds of thousands diagnosed with blood cancer are today living a normal life. We're making cures happen. Join us. Call 888-HELP-LLS. Go to LLS.org. Help us reach today sooner.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. Done with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code DAISY. That's proflowers.com/radio, code DAISY. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from proflowers.com/radio, code DAISY.
Okay, we're back. This is Stan Weisleder in the studio with Malcolm Burman on The View from Over Here. We are broadcast on crntalk.com over the entire planet, and our special guest today, Tony Lo Bianco. Tony.
Stan.
Okay, are you one of the writers, or you are the writer of the Fiorello play, your one-man show?
I adapted it from Paul Shire many years ago, and I've rewritten it quite often, and I try to keep it up to date in parallel.
Right, wasn't that an original Broadway show with, I think, with Tom Bosley?
We did it back in '89, I believe, on Broadway. It was called then His Honor.
His Honor.
Well, wait a minute, wasn't there a musical also?
No, well, that's something else. That's Fiorello.
Fiorello with
okay.
Tom Bosley.
Yeah, this is not a musical.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing now. I should get this in because exactly where we're doing it, I know we'll. It's the James Bridges Theater at the UCLA campus, and we're doing it on Sunday, November 2nd at 4:30, and Monday, November 3rd at 8 p.m. And people can get tickets by going to TonyLoBianco.com. And it's Tony, Tony. Lo Bianco is LOBIANCO.com.
Is that going to be nationally also? Are you going on tours or just LA?
Yes, we're doing it all over the country. We're doing it all over the we're even scheduled, would you believe, to go to Cairo and do it in Egypt. And we're talking to people in Italy, we're talking to people in Israel.
How about China?
Little Sweden?
No, China.
Where?
China.
China. Oh, well, there is a person, as a matter of fact, that I had dinner with who said that exact thing. Do it in China. What's interesting is that the message is universal. That's why when the people from Egypt came to see the show, they said they're the ones who said you must do this in Egypt. Your message is universal because what I am talking about has so much common sense and talking about that we must learn from history. History.
But we never do.
We never seem to learn from history, and that's what I'm all about, and that's what I try to preach. Whatever I talk about, the things that we've done, we should be the smartest people in the world.
But we're not.
We're not. We just don't understand and don't want to keep inventing the wheel. And, it's all there to be seen.
Hey, Tony, I have a question which has been bugging me ever since we met once many years ago. I'll tell you about that later if we have time. But how did you actually get started in the acting business?
Oh, actually, I'm writing a movie about that called Pistol Pockets. It's funny you should ask. I got started in high school, and what happened was a teacher took an interest in me, and if it wasn't for her and the timing that a contest had come around at that particular time when I was in high school, I don't know what I would have done. Because
you could have become a gangster like the guys you portrayed.
No, none of that.
Or the guys from your neighborhood.
But the idea of entering this contest, because I am a competitive person, as a sports person. I played I played baseball. I boxed in the Golden Gloves and all that jazz. And so when this contest came around, because I'm such a dramatic person. That I entered it and won, and then I won for my district. I won. Then I was representing Brooklyn in the city finals, and here I am in high school, and his teacher was coaching me. And the fact of the matter is, and here I was in the city finals. I didn't win the city finals, but I had graduated, and that's the best thing that I did. So the next thing was to go into acting school, and so that's what I did.
And where did you go?
I went to the dramatic workshop. Marlon went there, and Tony Curtis, and a whole bunch of people before me. So I went there and stayed there for a couple of years. And even though they all said, you go out and work, you're ready and wonderful, I didn't think I was.
Now, what do you do in those classes?
What do? You do scenes, and you learn how to speak, and you learn how to walk. You learn how to do body movement. You understand. You understand characterization. You learn about how to create a character, how to work on your emotions, to call up your emotions when you need to. So it's going to school. It's going to school about the life being preparing you for your ability to act.
So do you call on when you have to emote? Do you call on past life experiences to get you into the mood? Or
I did in the beginning. Now you get to be so facile at it. When you're uninhibited,
you fake it.
No. When you're uninhibited, You can, and you've been schooled to learn how to touch with your emotion. You can bring it up at any time. You can cry on a dime. You can get angry at a second. You can do whatever you have to do. You just do it because you've worked on it so hard and facile at it. So it's right there at a certain time in your life. Yes.
Yeah, anyway, Tony.
That's why when James
Tony,
Jackney
we have one of those another annoying interruptions.
Right. Still hold on for another 5 minutes.
Sure.
People that pay for the commercials, but don't go away. We're coming back.
At The View from Over Here on CRNTalk.com. We'll be back in a few minutes to wind up with Tony Lo Bianco.
The Trees, an epic novel by Stan Weisleder, told in the Godfather fashion, with 2/3 of the book taking place in Las Vegas and describing the transition from the mob to Howard Hughes to corporate America. This book is Las Vegas. Jim Santangelo from the International Brotherhood of Teamsters said, "I didn't grow up in New York or Las Vegas. I grew up in Jersey City, but I know everyone in this book. I loved it." Hal Rothbart, publisher, says, "I wish I had written it." The Trees by Stan Weisleder.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day, and little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, "By golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner." They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
If you're struggling to pay or haven't been making your student loan payments, listen carefully to this urgent alert. Have you been out of school for 10 or more years and you're still making your student loan payments? Are your student loans past due or even in default? Can't go back to school because of an old student loan problem? We can help you if you qualify. Your student loans can be taken out of default. We can stop the wage garnishments, stop the collection calls, and stop the seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and see if we can help you reduce your student loan payments. One quick 10-minute call could solve them right now. So call the Student Loan Helpline now. 800-419-2201, 800-419-2201, 800-419-2201. That's 800-419-2201. This is a fee-based document preparation service to help you access free government programs. Call for complete details, not available in all states.
Homeowners, there's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home and loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Call now. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Okay, Stan, we're in the home stretch.
Okay, Tony, we're going to wrap up the hour with you.
Okay.
And 2 questions I have to get out. First, do you remember doing a TV thing way back? It was called The Haircut.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you were the barber.
I understand. I was the barber, and there was a young little boy in the chair. And when you told, I guess you might have spoken to Chris and told him that this fellow is on your show. He's a producer, I believe.
Yeah.
And he was that little boy.
Yeah, it's a small world.
And I remembered it. I remembered it when he told me about. He said he was a little boy, and I kept thinking, well, what little boys did I play with?
You're not a priest, so what are you talking about?
Until he reminded me, I even forgotten about that that whole episode, whatever it was.
Yeah, because when he asked us who are you having on in the next week, I said, well, we're having Tony Lo Bianco. He says, oh, I remember him from when I did blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Hey, I got one more question, and we're going to use the rest of the time because we're going to nail you with this one.
Okay.
And all the years that you've been in showbiz, 60 years come October, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you share any wild stories or something or other that people don't necessarily read about in the National Enquirer?
You know, it's funny. One of the things I don't do, and as far as the National Enquirer is concerned, which, as a matter of fact, they did very well on one story. They did break some interesting news. I forget what it was, but I generally stay out of that newspaper. I don't believe in scandal. I don't believe in gossip.
Well, was the reporter on that stuff Barbara Sternig? She's been on our show a few times.
She's been one of our reporters here.
I don't know what you mean. On what stuff?
Well, stuff that's in the National Enquirer. She was their star reporter for many years.
I don't know, but I don't know from the National Enquirer. I don't do things that would get me into the National Enquirer.
Okay, but there are things you could tell about.
What's that?
There are things you should be able to tell us about after 60 years in the biz.
Yeah, but it's nothing I would talk about.
Okay.
Scandal, because I don't gossip.
Yeah,
I don't deal in that stuff.
Yeah, you've kept a good profile after all these years.
Yeah, I've kept a low profile purposely. I do my work. I'm interested in serious things. I'm interested in doing like View from the Bridge that I did on Broadway and received a Tony nomination. I'm interested in, and my script of LaGuardia is a very serious situation because I'm interested in what's happening to our country, and I picked that project to explain to the people what's going on. And I want them to come and have a great time because LaGuardia was a very colorful fellow. He had a flamboyant attitude. He had a strange voice. He was a lot of fun.
Okay, Tony, we're coming to an end. Give us that website again. Remember, we're national.
Go to TonyLoBianco.com. TonyLoBianco.com. The show is on Sunday, November 2nd at 4:30. Monday, November 3rd at 8 p.m. It's at the UCLA campus, the James Bridges Theater.
It's a beautiful theater.
Okay, will you be in town in L.A. the week before the show?
Pretty much, yes. I'm going to try and get there as early as I can.
Good, then we want you here live. We get another big plug for you.
I appreciate that very much. I really do, and I thank all the viewers, and I hope they come and see this play, and I'll be very happy to meet them and talk with them. And I do have a Q&A after the show, so I'm very open to meeting the public and talking to them.
Thank you again, Tony. We're going off the air. This is The View from over here on crntalk.com. See you next week.
See you in a couple of months.
The View from Over Here is a co-production of Infinity X and TBG International. For further information, contact Malcolm Burman at 818-687-2784. That's 818-687-2784.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme. Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN high-definition sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows at www.crntalk.com.
The radio channel. The radio channel.
If I get divorced, can I get part of my ex-wife's Social Security check?
Stan Hinden gets that question a lot at the Social Security mailbox.
If you've not been married 10 years, you're not going to be eligible for benefits on your spouse's work record.
I'm Aileen Ellis. This is Primetime Focus.
You must be at least 62 years old and unmarried and not entitled to a higher Social Security benefit on your own work record.
And if your ex-spouse gets hitched again?
If an ex-spouse, let's say a man, remarries and his wife is eligible for Social Security benefits, she can get those benefits on his record, and so he would have benefits going both to his current spouse and also to his ex-spouse.
Check out this topic and many others and send in your questions to the Social Security mailbox on aarp.org. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. Hear all our programs on the web at aarp.org/radio.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you, than with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to ProFlowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code DAISY. That's ProFlowers.com/radio, code DAISY. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from ProFlowers.com/radio, code DAISY.